recently a member of Congress brought attention to a letter from Mexico essentially alerting the ATF that in 2017, one of their agents working in Tijuana, Mexico, had been smuggling guns from California into Mexico and selling them for profit. Now, one might say, well, that's just one person doing this. However, here is the big problem. When it was reported, nothing was really done. It was kind of brushed aside, and this agent continued to do his job as usual. Now, since it's been brought to their attention again by a representative, now what's taking place is an investigation took place and he'd been fired. But, we're talking 6 years later. 6 years of smuggling guns into Tijuana, Mexico, and then who knows how long before that event. So ultimately what you have, again, is you have an ATF agent working on behalf of the federal government in Tijuana, Mexico, to investigate illegal gun smuggling and illegal gun activity in Mexico, is smuggling guns into Mexico, using, of course, their authority and their ability to get through, as well as their influences and their connections in Mexico. The same people that they're investigating, they're actually selling to. And again, you might say, well, this is just one guy. There's always one bad apple out there. But the fact that nothing was even done is a bigger piece of this idea that the ATF can just kind of do whatever they want. There's an accountability that they hold us to that's really beyond anything I had ever seen. I have never done anything illegal with guns ever, or done anything illegal. I have no record or anything, but yet I'm constantly having bans put on me, just like all U.S. citizens. Yet the ATF is then using their authority and their power to profit off of the things they're fighting against. It kind of just needs to take a moment and open our eyes to the reality of, you have some rogue agents out there, and you're always going to have that. But to that underlying, well, it's okay because he's one of us mentality, is why this thing continues to go on. It's kind of an authoritarian regime type of mentality that, we're going to bring heavy rules on the people, but those rules don't actually apply to us because we're the ones that have the authority, is kind of the general tone of the ATF over really the last decade, let alone the last 6 years. So there you go. Again, ATF agents smuggling guns from California into Mexico. And the ATF just seems to be obviously not okay with it, but definitely not against it to any degree. And when you're not against something, you tend to be for something, but only if it's your agents. If it's one of us doing it, it's okay. But if it's one of you doing it, now all of a sudden it's not okay. And that's the mentality that I kind of want to bring to light in this video, is this idea that it's not okay for us, but it's okay for them. Because that is essentially how authoritarianism triumphs. Any thought or insight, especially in that insight you might have, definitely put that below. I do want to take a moment and say most people who watch this channel are not subscribers to the channel. Please take a moment and hit that subscribe button. It greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get our message out. That link is also below. Most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. Never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.